Hello and welcome to another video, and in this video I'm doing the biggest pressure washing job I've ever done with about 1600 square meters of block paving. But I come up with a way of resanding it all that saves absolutely ages and saves you back. So I'm going to display the time on the screen where that part starts if you want to skip the pressure washing bit. So I know some of you out there will say you should have used hypo on that. Well, don't say it, because there's a reason that I haven't used it, and I'll explain that in the video. So let's have a look at the job. So we've got this driveway here, and we've got these paths and this driveway here, but we haven't just got that. We have got the driveway at the top there, we've got the path there, and we've got the main road coming in. So this is about 1200 square meters of block paving. Nice little gated community here. I clean, there's about a dozen houses, something like that, 15 houses, and I clean 6 or 7 of them. And they've asked for the whole driveway to be cleaned. So we come down here, we got this section's the mossy section. You can see there I came up a few weeks ago and tried a little test patch just to see what it cleaned up like. My buffer tank's just filling up. We've got down here to the gate, and then past the gate come through a little personnel gate, down this main road here, and down to the main road there. So this here is a dentist, and that's their car park. We're not doing their car park, but it is used. So it's Bank Holiday Monday today, so I'm starting with this bottom section and cleaning up, so as they're not using the car park today, we'll get this bottom section done. So I'll put you on a time lapse and see how we get on. Unfortunately, on the first day I'd got my camera gear ready and then forgotten to pick it all up, so I've only got a very quick clip here of the first day's work that I took on my phone. So end of day one, and I've got this much done. It's all going to need another rinse down before I'm finished, because everything drains towards this way, but not far off. Right down there's all done. Sanding up on Wednesday, weather permitting. That'll do for today. So although parts of this job could have probably done with a bit of hypo, I decided not to use it. This was because the whole area was in constant use from members of the community that lived there. These were regularly driving in and out and walking up and down the paths, and I really just didn't want anybody getting into contact with hypo, treading it into their properties, because it didn't seem to matter what barriers you put up or anything, they just sort of walk through anyway. So I thought it was better not to use it with the results I was getting. So as I continued with the job, you could really start to see how dirty the drives and the bits that I hadn't done looked. So each individual customer was responsible for their own drive, and I ended up doing them all except for I think one drive in the community. This added considerably to the amount of work I did, so it ended up, instead of being the original 1200 meters that I'd quoted for, it ended up as being 1600 meters. But each individual customer had to pay for their own drive to be done. The only problem with this being that I had to go back over and wash down some of the slime or sludge that I'd washed back onto the road because I had it done out of sequence. If it had all been done together beforehand, it would have been quicker, but that wasn't a major problem. So we'll just have a quick look at today. I've done that drive, that drive, that drive, that one there, and that one behind the silver car. I've done the footpath down to there, and then the footpath down to there. So I'm gonna do this bit of road tomorrow. I've got somebody coming in to help me tomorrow, so that should make it a bit easier. The cleaning itself doesn't take that long. It's the cleaning all the sludge up. That's the long that takes the bit of time. Right, that'll do for today. We'll start again tomorrow. If you're thinking about pricing up a job like this, something to consider is how you're going to get rid of the waste. This, I was going to get somebody to pick it up in the ton sacks for me, but he could only pick up what he could lift. So I then considered getting a skip to take it away. Fortunately, I was able to get rid of it on site, so that saved me a considerable amount. I found going over it with the flat surface cleaner with 15-degree nozzles in it did get most of the moss off. I just had to wash it all down. I used a turbo nozzle to do this, and this got any small remaining pieces of moss out and washed it all down as well. If you're wondering what pressure washer I was using to do the job, I'll leave a link at the top of the screen to show you what my pressure washer setup is. So it's actually been a week today since I finished the pressure washing, and I'm back for sanding now, and I've got something that I'm sure is going to really help me with the sanding. I did pop up for a couple of hours yesterday, and I did that drive all the way around there and as far as there in a couple of hours. But I have got this lent to me by a friend of mine, It's a Stihl power broom. So we'll see how we get on with this, and we're going to get some sanding up done now. So the Stihl broom ended up to be an absolute lifesaver. You could really push a lot of sand along and get a good run with it, and it absolutely saved loads of time. It saved you back. It was quite heavy to carry back up to start with you, but it's still a lot easier pushing a broom around. And I've actually bought myself one since. I can't imagine going back to just sweeping all drives, sweeping sand into drives by hand now. Finished with the Stihl broom, just gave it a quick blow over with a leaf blower, and that just lifted the loose sand that was left on top and gave it a finished look. If you've been finding this video useful, informative or entertaining, you could help support the channel by going to the description below and clicking on the link to the Buy Me a Coffee app. Here you can buy me a coffee to help support the channel. When ordering the sand for this, I rang around the different builders merchants, and by going to a small independent one, they actually knocked off £2 a bag because I ordered 40 bags. I didn't use 40 bags on this job, but it didn't take me long to use up any remaining sand that I hadn't used on the job on other jobs. Because of weather, the sanding actually ended up being done about a week after I'd finished pressure washing, and as you can see from this shot, some of the sand had got very slightly damp, so I mixed it up with dry sand, and with the power broom it swept it in no problem and got it right into the gaps between the blocks. let's have a look at the final finished results. So the job ended up at approximately 1600 square metres. It took 4 days of pressure washing with a turbo nozzle and the flat surface cleaner. This used £227 worth of fuel, both for the pressure washer and the hot box, and then it took 8 hours of sanding. In that I used 32 bags of kiln dried sand. Over the 5 days I ended up doing around 110,000 steps. So if you've made it to the end of the video, drop a comment in the box below and start your comment with "you should have used hypo." That way I'll know who's watched it to the end of the video. So thanks for watching. Hope you've enjoyed this video. Hope you found it useful. If you're not already subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. Hit that thumbs up button. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again soon. Bye for now.